So in this Battletech vlog, I'm going to be pushing up some theory hammer here. And the next couple of podcasts on the Battletech playlist here on my channel, we're going to push out some of the tech, some of the tools, develop the talent to answer the questions to help those of you new to the game understand how important the modifiers are and how important the weapon systems are on various mechs. Of course, modified taking into account tech level and whether it's a light, medium, heavy, or assault mech. Possibly vehicles also. Now, admittedly, I like big guns. I get the biggest guns that I can for the tech level, PPCs, autocannon 20s, LRM 20s, and I try to get as close as I can and furiously roll those dice. And even with that, there is a level of tactics to be found. Positioning, target acquisition, actually making it up there and not getting blasted on the way in, and then controlling, influencing the modifiers to make sure that you can possibly hit. But I can do theory hammer. I can get into that, and I'm going to separate my big guns, never tire play style and really pose a few questions for your consideration. And then, of course, as always, the secret weapon, you guys out there in the Battletech community, we'll turn it over in the comments. So we have a long-range missile 20-pack. We have a long-range missile 5-pack. Let's just say they're on separate mechs. Doesn't matter why or what for now. The damage output is vastly different, ranging from a maximum of 20 to a maximum of 5. If we take the middle ground, we spread it out, even rolling average, a 20-pack is going to have some bite. Well, it's 20 missiles coming at you. Versus 5, if you roll average, if you roll not so good on the clusters, it's like, wait, did something just hit me? Yes, ammo amount is less, tonnage is less. We're just looking at damage output. Now, this is where things get interesting. The range and to hit modifiers are the same across the spectrum of weapons, putting out clans and targeting computers aside. Okay, we weren't going to name mechs, but this might make it easier. If I have a grasshopper firing off the long-range missile 5-pack in the skull, and if I have my longbow firing 1, or an archer firing 1, LRM 20, pilot skill the same, gunnery skill the same, range the same, everything the same, optics all the same. That number to hit is the same. What we see here is, would it be better if you're looking, so the question first is when you're developing your tactics, is it better to hit or better to score damage? If it's better to hit, then for the tonnage, and I'm not going to be able to do it exact because I don't have the tech manuals in front of me, but if I can take 3 long-range missile 5-packs for the tonnage and space of 1 LRM 20. If I'm looking to hit, then that's where I want to go. I want to have multiple smaller weapons for redundancy. This is why the faster you are, it's not the more powerful the weapon, it's the number of weapons that you can carry and fire every turn. If I'm a light or a medium mech, I don't have the tonnage of armor to protect me. We looked at this I think a week and a half ago. I pushed it up to the archive, surviving your light mech. It's great you got a light mech. It's better than piloting a tank, but if you're ever going to upgrade to a medium or a heavy, you just have to survive in the first place. And you do that by, no matter what, always move every single turn. On a side note, shooting is completely secondary. You need to keep moving. And in the light and mediums and medium to medium type mechs, movement is key. So if I'm always moving, and we've got some terrain, and we've got range, and you're always moving, the target's always moving, and I need 12s to hit. I need 11s to hit on average. Maybe if I'm lucky, 10s to hit. Yeah, you know what? I could always roll a 12 and the dice gods favor me. But on average, having more weapons is a greater chance to hit and make contact on there. That's why when we get into some of the specialized mechs, the longbow as an example, or some of these mechs that carry multiple long-range missile 20-packs, or in the case of the awesome mech, literally the awesome mech, multiple PPCs, they have the damage and the redundancy to fire. But you need a lot to make that happen. You need heat sinks, you need very high tonnage, you need ammo if it's a missile weapon on there. But generally speaking, 3 long-range missile 5-packs are going to perform better in terms of hitting than 1 LRM 20. That's if they're mounted on something that's moving. What we see with heavy and assault mechs, yes, the armor is key. The armor is key. But with them, what you want to do tactically is find the mission, based on the map, find the point where tactically your opponent is forced to be to win the mission. And you want to get that heavier assault mech up there and just park. So now I'm cutting down on the modifiers. We're cutting down on the range. We're cutting down on the fact that there may or may not be cover. We're cutting down on my movement modifiers, whether I'm walking, running, jumping. I can't necessarily control my opponent's modifiers. I can influence them. But now when we see this, something like a Cyclops that has just one long-range missile 20-pack, that now pulls, and I like the Cyclops, that now pulls that ability to hit down. And it increases the efficiency as if it was a 3 LRM 5-pack on there. So when you're examining the weapons, looking for redundancy or looking for those big guns that never tire, you need to take into account and answer the question, just how much am I moving this mech? And on average, at long to medium range, just what exactly am I going to need to hit? And that will tell you, without rolling legendary repeatedly every single turn. And if we're going to roll legendary, I want to roll it on the damage chart for the headshot, or I want to roll legendary for my opponent's crits on there. Then that's going to help determine your strategy and your weapon efficiency.